There are moments when the whole of life is concentrated into a very short time. Moments in which there is more life, more depth than usual. Suddenly you discover the fine lines, the ones that hold life and time together. The person you once were, and the person you are, and the person you will be. The fine lines of connection and all that in between. The light moments, all the heavy emotions. That's always there. But there are moments when it all takes on more weight. A special birthday, or a death, a move and a new job, when something is broken, or when something starts completely new and tenderly. All of a sudden you feel life doesn't just happen from day to day, life that is also coming from a beginning and going on, supported, connected by those lines that hold life and time together. The person you once were is the person you are now, and yet in the meantime you're another, a different person, and you have time and experience of life in your luggage. In the book of Genesis, in chapter 50, we read, "When Joseph's brothers saw that their father was dead, they said, 'What if Joseph holds a grudge against us and pays us back for all the wrongs we did to him?' So they sent word to Joseph, saying, 'Your father left these instructions before he died. That is what you are to say to Joseph. I ask you to forgive your brothers the sins and the wrongs they committed in treating you so badly. Now please forgive the sins of the servants of the God of your father.' When the message came to him, Joseph wept. His brothers then came and threw themselves down before him. 'We are your slaves,' they said. But Joseph said to them, 'Don't be afraid. Am I in the place of God? You intended to harm me, but God intended to do it good for me, to accomplish what is now being done, the saving of many lives. So then don't be afraid, I will provide for you and your children.' And he reassured them and spoke kindly to them. When one dies, the world has to rearrange itself. This is also the case when Jacob dies. The children who have been adults for a long time sort themselves out anew, also in their relationship to each other. Old fears arise, conflicts that have actually already been settled. The old story, Jacob and his children, Joseph, whom he especially loved, but who also knew that very well. The thing with the coat, colorful and special, and how Joseph had bragged about it. The thing with the dreams, when he saw himself as better than the brothers. And their plan, down the well with him and then sell him as a slave. Tell his father, Joseph, your darling, is dead. That's what he is to them. There is no other way to endure such a deed than by telling yourself, it had to happen this way. He provoked it himself. It's all over now. He will never come back. But you always see each other twice in life, at least. Joseph ends up in Egypt. A miraculous journey. He becomes a slave to Pharaoh's chamberlain. He is slandered and thrown into prison. He interprets Pharaoh's dreams and rises in the palace. Joseph is almost at the top again. His brothers are not. A famine plagues their land, and out of necessity they move to Egypt. There they meet Joseph again without recognizing him. Only after a long time he does reveal himself to them. And Joseph forgives his brothers and lets their father be taken to Egypt. That could be the end of the story, but life is not that simple. What happened in the past is never completely gone and never completely finished. And when their father dies, Joseph and his brothers have to rearrange their lives. What if Joseph only left everything in peace for the sake of their father? What if he still wants revenge and just didn't want to hurt Jacob? What if he now seizes the opportunity? For Joseph's brothers, the whole story is not over yet. What they have done still hangs over their lives like a shadow. that happens, that someone cannot forget what others have done, or that someone cannot forget what he himself has done, then the past is still there and still strong. The person you once were is then much stronger than the person you are now, and even stronger than the person you want to be. One who is free of guilt and resentment. You cannot become that as long as the other in you is still strong. Joseph had two options. He could do like the brothers, dig into the past, pull up the feelings, the fear in the well, the anger of being betrayed and sold, the lost years that have become his life. But he doesn't do that. Fear not, he says to the brothers. Am I God? You had evil planned for me, but God has turned it to good. Joseph suddenly suspects if anyone could judge his life and the lives of his brothers, that is only God. But God does not say evil has power and endures forever, and that is the end of it, the end and the judgment and finish. That would really give evil far too much power. God does it differently. He transforms it into good. Joseph feels his life is whole as it is. The person he was then is still there, but at the same time, he is someone else. Suddenly he discovers the fine lines, the ones that hold life and time together, the person he once was and the person he is and the one he will be. And he sees the one who draws the lines and who is past and present and future, and that one is God. Joseph has a choice. The choice to say either what was determines who I am, and I will never get out of it. Or to say there are new ways that God can lead me down, ways that will change me and the brothers and the world. Joseph has a choice. I have a choice. You have a choice. You are not only who you were, you are also who you can be. Amen.